We're the most anxious generation in human history, okay? And we are the most comfortable, the most overweight, the most medicated. None of that is a coincidence, right? Because the very thing that we're chasing, that comfort, is exactly what's causing those issues, and it's killing us, right? Humans were never designed for comfort. For 99% of our history, life meant struggle. Yeah, food was never delivered to your door. You hunted it, you gathered it. You know the script, right? Communication wasn't through a screen, it was face to face. Every single day, survival demanded movement of the body. And I'm not talking about a few hundred steps from the sofa to the kitchen. Yeah, so think about it. Yeah, the brain, the body, our nervous systems are all tuned in to that world that we no longer live in. And you fast forward to now, and what happens when you drop those systems into modern life? You get what scientists call the evolutionary mismatch, right? And that mismatch explains why depression, anxiety, obesity, insomnia, loneliness, etc., are everywhere. Not because we're weak or we are broken, but because the environment that we live in has changed so much, and that is what's broken, right? We're like wild animals in a cage. And you know what happens to wild animals when you put them in a cage, right? It creates sickness. They're not supposed to be there. They want to get out and break free. So here's the reframe, right? The struggle is not a problem. Yeah, struggle is not a problem. Struggle is actually the medicine to a lot of these issues and a lot of modern world problems. And when you push against a level of resistance, body or mind, you don't just survive, you grow. And that's why humans are anti-fragile by their very nature. Yeah, they gain from disorder. Like lifting a heavy weight, muscles tear, they repair, they come back stronger. And the same is true for the mind as well. Without challenge, we soften, with challenge, we thrive. It's simple as that. Operating at the edge of a level of difficulty isn't just where the growth happens, it's where your purpose and what you are supposed to be doing is actually found, and where confidence is built and resilience lives. And that is what we're looking for, right? And this is the real reason why people do, air quote, stupid shit, like run marathons or run ultras. It's painful, it's lonely, it's uncertain, it takes hard work. But in those moments when every fibre of your body is screaming for you to stop, something is happening. Yeah, you're discovering parts of yourself that were actually supposed to be discovered, and parts that comfort would never, ever, ever reveal. And therefore you start to build a belief that you can handle whatever life throws your way, and that carries through into business, into relationships, into every decision you make, right? So the struggle strips you back, and then it rebuilds you even stronger. And here is the problem, right? Society is now pushing us even more the other way. Okay, in 2025 now, technology is making this mismatch even worse, right? Because AI is removing even more struggle. It can now do your homework, it can write your emails, it can even think for you, right? And the temptation is therefore there to outsource all of your struggle to something else. But by doing so, you've got to realize this: you're outsourcing your growth, you're outsourcing the natural part of what humans are designed for. And just like a body that never moves, the mind starts to get fat. Yeah, and that's why gyms exist, right? Because the environment no longer forces us to move. And I'd hazard a guess, maybe sometimes in some place in the future, there might even be the same for the mind. Mental gyms maybe, right? Guys lining up to take, I don't know, to line it up for the Sudoku machine or something like that. Can you imagine? Maybe not, okay. But for me anyway, the extreme challenges, physical challenges, are spaces where you can deliberately sharpen your body, but also sharpen your thinking as well. Build resilience and stress in healthy ways that the human actually craves. And the reason I'm doing this video is because that is a very crucial part of what Onto is about. Okay, I now help guys, ambitious guys, men, get back that truth, that you don't grow by avoiding difficulty, you actually grow by stepping into it. Okay, so here is the takeaway: stop chasing comfort, start seeking out the edge. Yeah, make the struggle your ally, because when you do so, you're not surviving, you're actually living the way you should be, and you're evolving and living the way you were actually meant to do so. Okay, so if this resonates, let me know. Maybe hit subscribe. Until then, I guess I'll see you in the next one.